We're going deep into the snow-filled mountains of Whistler, British Columbia, with Taylor Jackson and the Nikon Z6 II. Taylor will be using the Nikon Z6 II's advanced photo and video features to capture professional skiers and snowboarders ripping through the backcountry.
These are probably the best conditions that you'll ever get. We're here for a couple of days. It's going to be amazing. We're here with the Nikon Z6 II.
Yeehaw!
It is my camera. I would consider this to be the workhorse camera. I think one of the greatest things with the Z6 II is that it really goes across the entire platform of what you could ever need to do with a camera. If you're a wedding shooter, it's going to be amazing. If you are somebody that wants to do commercial work, amazing. If you want to be somebody that just goes out and shoots in this beautiful snow, the weather sealing makes it possible that you don't have to worry too much about your equipment. I love the JPEG files that come off of this camera. They really are perfect. Like that would be what I would edit to. And if you just transfer that right to your phone, you're probably ready to post that. Having 2 card slots really does give me great peace of mind when it comes to being a wedding photographer or really anyone that's out there capturing once-in-a-lifetime moments. So to have 2 card slots, to have that redundancy built into this camera is amazing. One of the most notable improvements to this camera is the autofocus system. Basically what that means is that you leave the small stuff to the camera and you can focus on the larger picture, which is the creative and the story that you're trying to tell. We're out here today with Craig McMorris and Mikey Cicerelli, and I'm photographing them on the Nikon Z6 II. And I'm doing a number of sequences at a high frame rate and making sure that I capture them as they come through. And it's just really performing great. One of the things that I love the most about the Nikon Z6 II is that it feels very comfortable as somebody coming from a digital SLR background, that it just feels right. The ergonomics, they've absolutely nailed on this. On the top here, you have the OLED display, which gives you basically everything that you would need to know. So you can either be looking through the viewfinder for your settings on the back of the LCD here or on the top display. The Nikon Z6 II has a new battery type where you can actually just plug this into a USB-C power supply and you can power your camera while you're actually using your camera, which is really, really important. The Nikon Z6 II is an incredibly versatile video camera. You can do 4K, 24, 30 frames a second, as well as coming up, you can do 4K 60 with a firmware update. And also you can shoot HD at 120 frames a second, which is super useful, especially out here with this beautiful snow around us. So when I'm out in a situation like this, I'm shooting at 60p, so I'm doing HD, regular HD at 60 frames a second. And basically what that does is it allows me either to play the frames at regular speed and just have regular real life, or to slow things down a little bit slower than 2 times, which is really nice to have as Craig and the guys are coming just right here and just blowing us snow all over. Thanks so much for joining us here today in the field, the Nikon Z6 II. I'm Taylor Jackson. We'll see you next time.